Our next guest is Emily, who joins us via Skype to share her story. Emily, tell us your story.
Hi, thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here. Okay, so my story started in a rural community in Indiana. Can you guys hear me okay?
You great.
Okay. Um, I lived in Richmond, Indiana, which is very conservative and it's very anti-abortion. There's a Catholic school there that kind of takes its students to the March for Life every year, so it was a really hostile environment to be seeking out the procedure. But I was 19, I was a sophomore in college, and I had just broken up with my boyfriend, and it was a very toxic relationship. So I found out I was pregnant about a week after we had ended that relationship, and I knew immediately that I wanted to have an abortion because I just wasn't ready to be a mother. I was a student, I have career goals. Like right now, I'm in graduate school pursuing, hopefully, eventually, a PhD in English. I want to be a professor. I want to teach. I want to help other young women facing these issues. So, I decided that I wanted to obtain an abortion. Luckily, I had the support of my parents and my family. A lot of young women don't have that, so I feel lucky to have them with me. But um, I lost many friends. I lost, um, you know, a lot of respect from people who knew me just because there's a lot of conservative attitudes towards abortion in my hometown where people see it as there's absolutely no reason to ever have one, no matter what. So that was really difficult to deal with. And the process itself was pretty difficult. There was a Planned Parenthood clinic in my hometown, but they didn't provide abortions. So I had to travel to Indianapolis, which is about an hour away from where I lived, stay overnight, take the time off of work. I had to drain my savings account to pay for the procedure, which is why the Hyde Amendment is so important because if abortion isn't accessible, then, it's not really fulfilling the obligation to, well, not the obligation. It's not, if it's not accessible, then, it's not legal, in my opinion. But, so I had to drain my savings account and in order to have the procedure. And, once I'd made the decision, I did have the support of loved ones, which really helped. But after I had the procedure, I felt really stigmatized and alone for a long time. It took me a long time to be able to feel like I could tell my story. So now I do feel like that, and I really appreciate the opportunity to be here today and tell you my story.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Can you tell us why you chose to share your story with us today?
Yeah, I'm a graduate student right now, and a big part of my work is advocating for really truly believe that telling real stories of real personal experiences has the potential to really transform attitudes and to lift the stigma around abortion. That's why I'm telling this story.
Wow, couldn't agree more. Thank you so much, Emily.